But the farmers take a bit. I mean, I was just putting it together. I barely got here.
That would be nice.
I've been working on it today.
What can we do in a actual concrete way? And if you've ever called Congress, a lot of times it feels like they're not really paying attention all that much. I don't know if they're just making a check mark on their list they got next to their desk, or they're not paying attention at all. But it's still one of the things we can do. And I went up to visit Rick Larson's office middle of last week. Nobody was there. There was one person they got running the office, and he was sick. So I had a nice talk with Mike, who is in Everett at their office there. And I was thinking of inviting Rick up here to explain himself. But I don't know how many people, you know, our local, the Bellingham Herald has this little thing that's usually buried in the B section on Sunday, roll call, how our Congress people voted. Are they trying to keep that from us so most people don't know it's there? I don't know. In the House, $578 billion for U.S. military. Nia, did you say 600 billion?
Yeah.
The numbers are kind of all over the place because different people count them differently, and this was one stage, the earliest stage. So 578 billion, we have 10 U.S. representatives in Washington State, 6 Democrats, 4 Republicans, I think it is. Every single one of them voted yes on this, except for Pramila Jayapal. I called her about 3 days. I left a message over the weekend saying, would you come up, do you want to come up and talk? And I didn't get an answer, and she's too busy with her own district to, I don't know if that's against protocol to come up into another person's district and say they're wrong or whatever, but anyway, she's the only one who voted against that. I don't know where Murray and Cantwell are. Does anybody know? In terms of voting yes or no on the military?
They usually vote yes all the time?
They usually do. So Jim McDermott used to be the only one who voted against it every year, and Pramila Jayapal has taken his place and fulfilling his tradition, I guess. So what do we really want, or what are we supposed to do as citizens? It seems like we have to try to change Congress, either get rid of the bad people or get them to change their way of doing things. But you know, when you have, let's see, the vote in Congress was 371 in favor of the 578 billion, 48 against. So that means more than half the Democrats are voting in favor of this too. It's a monster, isn't it? It's a monstrous, evil pile of junk. So anyway, I'm just encouraging people. I have more congressional phone number sheets if anybody didn't get one, and you can pass them out to your friends. But the reason probably that there's a number of people here today is because about 6 months ago I seen an article somewhere on the internet that says the decades-old myth that refuses to die, and Harvard Medical School every year does a survey. How do you think our money is spent, the federal budget? And almost everybody, about more than 50% of the people they poll say most of the money goes to foreign aid. And somewhere down the line, they think military is down there. And then the other question is, which one needs to be cut? And almost everybody says foreign aid. And military spending, not so much. So, so we have unlimited opportunities for educating the public, and it's really pretty simple. I think most people do not know what the actual story is. So if you want to start with something simple that shouldn't lead to an argument, just pass them something that lists these numbers. And I think that's where we can start, because when people start to find out that we don't spend more, most of our money on foreign aid helping people, and it also leads to that feeling that you see sometimes from disgruntled people in the letters to the editor. It's like, and they still hate us, It's like, well, they still hate us because we don't give them anything, but they think we give them a lot, and we don't. I mean, Egypt, what do we give Egypt? Something like $2.1 billion a year, mostly military aid. The people in Egypt don't see that money, so we support dictatorships, and then we wonder why the people in those countries are kind of annoyed with us, or maybe even don't like us very much. So anyway, I think it just starts with educating our neighbors, and it could be kind of simple, and ask them to make that phone call if they haven't done that. If anybody's got a really good revolutionary idea to change Rick Larson's mind, I'm all ready to hear it, but somebody want to run against him, maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say, get rid of him?
Yeah.
You would? No. I do it, but I ran against him in 2008, and somebody said, can't we get somebody younger? And I think, no. So now I'm 8 years older, so way beyond the age limit, so somebody ought to do it. But
Yes.
Yeah, we can get behind somebody. Okay, I think that's all. Oh, I would like to pass this out, yeah. Does anybody know who David Sheep is? Of course not. Do you? Oh.
I went to your last talk.
He was the commandant of the Marine Corps up until about 1961, its highest ranking officer in the Marine Corps, and he was in there for about 34 years, and this is what he said about how he summed up his career. He was asked to speak at Pierce College near LA in 1966. He won the Congressional Medal of Honor at Tawa in World War II. I believe that if we had and would keep our dirty, bloody, dollar cricket fingers out of the business of these nations, so full of depressed, exploited people, they will arrive at a solution of their own they design and want, that they fight and work for. And if, unfortunately, their revolution must be of the violent type, at least what they get will be their own and not the American style, which they don't want crammed down their throat. So that's a Marine. It took him 34 years to figure out what was going on. But anybody wants these, I got plenty to pass out. Give them to your right-wing friends if you got any, if you're unfortunate enough to have any. Okay. Thank you.
Right on, Bill.
Anybody else? Okay. This is what they do in Nicaragua. They applaud everybody who comes.